Hello, guys, and thank you for being here today. I want to talk about file handling in Python, like reading files, writing into files, working with CSV, download CSV files. File handling in Python is a fundamental aspect of programming that allows for reading from and writing to files stored on disk. If you are using Jupyter notebooks or Spider locally on your computer, but if you are working with Colab, you can work with files that are stored on Google Drive. Python provides built-in functions like open, read, write, and close for managing files efficiently. Files can be opened in various modes like in read mode, write mode, append mode, or binary mode. These kind of functions enable versatile operations depending on the use case. In this tutorial, we will cover how to work with files in Python from basic to advanced operations. So because we are working with Colab, it means online Jupyter Notebook, we need to connect to Google Drive. So in order to connect to Google Drive, we go for google.colab, and from here in Drive. After that, we need to mount Google Drive. So drive.mount, and in here content and Drive. Ask for permission, just you click on here, then you select your username, then click on continue, and next you click on continue. Then you can access your Google Drive. In this way, you allow the Colab to access your Google Drive. Then also you may change the directory inside your Google Drive. For that, we will import OS, and in here we can say like OS chddir. Before that, we can check what do we have in this directory, ls. So it show me drive and sample data. I can change the directory where my data are stored. So for that, I say OS chddir. Then in here, content drive, then my drive, and Colab notebooks, right? So here I am. Then I can search what do I have here. So I have probability and statistics and Python in here. In order to work with the text data, so let's create one text file into this directory. I want to create and write to a text file. Path is equal to, like I call my file as python.txt, then bit open, then path, and I also need to provide writing permission. So W is for writing permission as file, and file.write, and I write here I love Python. So then we can confirm the file was created if os.path.exist. Then here I will pass my path. Then print, we write one message, for example, file path exists. And then in here, I can read and print the content to verify. Bit open path and R is for reading permission as file. Then content is file.read, and then I will print file content. So there is one error here, and the error is we didn't close this one. So you can see here file python.text exists, and file content is I love Python. So let's see where is this file. You can see here in my Google Drive and Colab notebooks, there is a Python text file here, and the content is I love Python. Next, I want to add a new line to this file. So I write here bit open, and the file name is like python.py. text, and we allow append to it. We want to append a new line to this python.text without erasing existing contents, right? As file, then here file.write, and in here I write this is the second line. So we added a new line, right? Okay, then we read and print the file to confirm the content. So read, open, again, python.text, and with the permission of R as file, then content is equal to file.read. We will read the file and then we can print the content. So you can see I love Python. This is the second line. If I add a one n here, so let's add a new line. For example, here I can say this is the third line, and I will add a new line here, new line. Then I will print this new added. If I add one n here, one \n, it means new line, right? And you can see here, this came to the new line because this already we printed, right? So let's go for the third line, like for example here, third line. And if I print this one, because I executed this one twice, that's why this is 2 times, but it's a new line. Always you try to close your file after you finish everything with it. So we can write file close, and we close our file. The next topic is file positions with seek. Files maintain a current position like a pointer that indicates where the next read-write occurs. In here we go for seek function, and seek has offset and whence that change this position. So when whence is equal to 0, it means from start of the file. When whence is equal to 1, it's from current position. And when whence is equal to 2, it's from end of the file. All right, so here we want to demonstrate seek. Open python.text, and in here we go for R plus. This R plus means, so let me list a permission that we can have here. We have R for read only. We have R plus for read and write. We have W, this is for write only. We have W plus is for write and read. Then we have append, that is for append only. And also there is append plus, which is used for append and read. So these are the permissions that we use for files in Python. As f, then we can write f.seek 5. It means move to the 5th byte in 5. Then we can print f.read and 5. Read next 5 bytes, right? So this is pyt, you know, that in our file, this is the 5th byte. Or we can move to the end of a file, right? We can write here, for example, f.seek and 0 and 2. This move to end of the file. And in here we can write, for example, write, and in here we can write new line, append line. This is we append a text. And then we can write here f.60, and here we can write print a new line, final content, and then f read. So you can see here, final content, append line, everything has been added to the file. Next, we want to study working with paths and directions. In Python, we have OS module that provides functions for working with file systems. Like we have os.getCwd. This is used for current working directory. Then we have os.listdir. This is for list directory contents. And also we have os.path, that is for path manipulation. So suppose we already imported OS, then we can work with current working directory, print os.getCwd, right? So we are in content, drive, my drive, collab notebooks. Then we can list the files in this directory. We can go for simply this one, or you can write print os.listdir, the same. We can list all files in here. And also we can go for path operations. For example, file path is equal to os.path.join. Then in here, folder, subfolder, and for example, file.txt, right? Then we can print file path. So you can see folder, subfolder, file.txt. Next, we can go for error handling with files. Many things can go wrong when working with files. For example, file does not exist, permissions error, disk full errors. We can use try except blocks for robust file handling. We want to go for safe file handling with try except. So we write try and with open one file that it's not exist there, right? We want to go for error handling. For example, x.txt, and we give our reading permission as f. We want to read the content of this file, f.read, print content. But this file is not available, so we can write except file not found error, print error file not found, right? If there is IO error, input output error as E, then you can print here if IO error. If there is some exception as E, then we will print this error. Otherwise, print file read successfully. And finally, print operation, for example, attempted. Let me explain once again what happened here. We begin a block to handle potential errors. So we have a file and this file is not really exist. We try to read the content of this x.text and we print it. But in here we catch, using this line, we catch if the file does not exist and we will print this message for missing file. Then we catch the input output errors like permission errors, and if the error is here we will print this message. Then here we catch any other unexpected errors and then we will print unexpected error here. If it's okay, we run if no exception occur, and then we will print this message. Finally, we run regardless of success or failure, and we will print this one. So if we try, it says file not found and operation attempted. Next, we want to work with non-text data like image. Suppose I have one image and I move my image into my Google Drive. I have one image in my Google Drive and I want to work with it. To work with image, we need to go for IPython library. So from IPython.display, we import image and display. So let's see what do we have here. So we have one image here, python.png. We want to display this image. First, we can check whether this file exists or not. Path equals to python.png, and if os.path exists, then here add the path, then we display the image. So display image path. Otherwise, print file not found. So this is a beautiful Python. The file is already available in the Google Drive, and simply we can show the image in Colab. Okay, so thank you for watching this video lecture. This was a simple introduction about file handling in Python. In the next lecture, I will talk about CSV files in Python. Please practice and feel free to ask me your questions by leaving a comment below this video lecture. Thank you and see you in the next lecture.